Hi, this video is on finding mean, median, and mode. We have something that we often refer to as called average, but there are different ways to measure average. Let's begin with discussing mean. So to find the mean, you simply add all the data items together and divide by the number of them, which sounds sometimes a little scary, but all you need to do is you're gonna do 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 12 plus 13. And we're going to divide this by however many numbers we have here, which is 6. So we're punching in the calculator. We're going to do 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 12 plus 13 divided by 6. And that's going to give us 9. So this is our answer. Find the mean for that set of numbers. We do the same thing. We add them all together. 13 plus 15 plus 16 plus 19 plus 21 plus 22 plus 25 plus 27. And we're going to divide by however many we have, which I believe is 8. And so we do that. 13 plus 15 plus 16 plus 19 plus 21 plus 22 plus 25 plus 27, and we're going to divide it by 8, and that's going to give us 19.75 as our mean. In the math class, Jordan got the following grades on her test: 99, 83, 79, 88, 6, 76. What's her mean score? Same thing. Set it up the same way. We do 99 plus 83 plus 79 plus 88 plus 76, and we divide it by 5, and that's going to give us 85. Okay. When you need to find the mean for a frequency distribution, one of the most common mistakes students make, they're going to look and say, oh, so well, first of all, let's discuss the problem. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of a little ahead. The conclusion of the remedial math course, Professor Lee asks students to rank themselves how their confidence improved. So from scale 1 to 5, 1 was not improved at all, and 5 was improved a lot. And this is what they gave. So what we have to realize that this is the ranking 1 through 5, and you're just going to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and think, oh, I'm just going to add these numbers together and divide it by 5. That will not be correct, because you have different frequencies here. Basically, if you start writing a set here of numbers, ranking 1 was given by 2 students. That means 1 is there twice. Ranking 2 was given by 4 students, so it's 2, 2, 2, 2, etc. So how do we do it? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to recognize that, okay, I have ranking of 1 given by 2 students, plus ranking of 2 given by 4 students, plus ranking of 3 given by 5 students, ranking of 4 given by 6 students, and ranking of 5 given by 3 students. Now we have to figure out what number to divide by. Well, for that we're going to add all these together, and that's going to be a total of 20 students. Okay? So that's what we are going to do. So 1 times 2 plus 2 times 4 plus 3 times 5 plus 4 times 6 plus 5 times 3. And we're going to divide it by 20, and that's going to give us a mean rating of 3.2. This is how it's done if you have frequency distribution and you need to find the mean of a frequency distribution. 20 college students ask how many hours per week they spend studying. This is the data, and we need to find the mean number of hours, so this problem is just like the other one. So we set this up as 1 times 1 plus 2 times 1 plus 3 times 2 plus 4 times 3 plus 5 times 6 plus 6 times 5 plus 7 times 2. Multiply each number of hours by the number of students who responded that, and it was 20. It tells us that, right? So we need to calculate this. and we got an average, a mean number of hours spent as 4.75 hours. Okay, should be pretty easy. All right, what about the median? So when we find the median, we have to do the following things. First of all, the median is another way to find what we sometimes refer to as the average. Very importantly, data must be in order for you to be able to find the median. And if the number of items is odd, then the middle element will be the median. If the number of items is even, then you take the mean of the two values in the middle. So if we go back to that example with Jordan and her test scores, first thing we need to do is we need to put them in order. So it's going to be 76, 79, 83, 88, and 99. There are 5 elements here. We're looking for the middle one. A common approach is to start crossing out elements from the start and from the end, like this. And we're left with the middle number here. So our median here is going to be 83. All right. Find the median for this set of numbers. First of all, let's see, are they in order? Yes, they are. So after that, we can look for the middle. There are 8 elements here, which means we have an even number. And if we're going to go ahead and start crossing out this one and this one, and this one and this one, this one and this one, we're going to be left with 2 numbers here. So to calculate the median here, we're going to take 19 plus 21 and divide that by 2, which is going to give us 20. All right. It gets tricky when you have to find a frequency, when you have a frequency distribution and you need to find the median for that. So you need to remember that with a frequency distribution, you have more numbers that you sometimes see. Like again, if I'm going back to that example, these ranking that was given, you cannot just take those 5 numbers and use them. So with the just like I explained earlier, when you try to find the median, you need to find the position of that element. And the way I always explain this to the students, to find the position of the element, you're going to add 1 to the number of terms, and then you're going to divide the result by 2. If the value that you're getting is going to be a whole number, then that is going to be the position of the median, which is going to be a single value. If you're getting a decimal, that decimal is going to be like 0.5, then the position is going to be the 2 closest integers to it. So if you get like 11.5, then you're going to use the 11th and the 12th term. Alright, so we're going back to example 2, but Professor Lee realized he made a mistake in telling the totals, and he corrected his totals, and we want to find the median ranking. So the first thing we need to do is we want to find the position. So how many values do we have here? There is going to be a total of 20. So we're going to do 20 plus 1, and we divide that by 2. That's going to give us 21 divided by 2, which is going to give us 10.5. That means we are looking for the 10th and the 11th elements, right, or items. That's what we want to be able to find the median. The challenge that we have here is how do we do it? So we need to calculate all the way up to the 10th and then to the 11th item in the set. So when you're going to start doing that, this is what we have. You have 2 here, you have 4 here, you have 3 here, and you have 7 here, and you have 4 here. Okay? This is basically what you're looking at. So we're going to start calculating up to it. So watch very carefully how I'm going to do it. I'm going to count to the 10th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th, and 11th. So these are 2 elements that I'm looking for. This is my 10th and 11th element. They are both going to be 4, right? If you count, so that's basically how it works, okay? So again, what we do is we are going to count up using frequencies here. We're going to count up to the 10th place and the 11th place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They both happen to be here, so they're both going to be 4. So the median, since we have an even number of elements, will be the average of 4 plus 4. So this is our 10th, this is our 11th, divided by 2, which obviously is going to give us 4. Alright, so let's try to do it with another one. Carl asked his co-workers how many musicals they've been to, construct a frequency distribution, and we want to find the median. So just like the previous example, we need to figure out where the position is, but for that we need to know how many we have. So what is the total number of co-workers that he asked? So 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2, and that's going to give us 23. So we have 23 co-workers. So what we do, we need to find the position or the positions of the middle term. So it's going to be 23, always add 1 to it and divide by 2. So it's 24 divided by 2, which is 12. So we're looking for the 12th element here, the 12th item. So we need to count up to it. So let's see, this is going to be 1, this is going to be 3, this is going to be 6, this is going to be 5, this is going to be 4. I don't know if I need to go that far, let's see. So we're trying to count up to the 12th place. So where is the 12th place? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right here. That's going to be 4. Right? It's the only number here, so that is going to be our answer. And the median here is going to be 4. Okay? The mode. That's another value that you can find that's going to be considered the average. I'm using that with quotation marks because there's really no such thing as just the general average. So the mode is easier. It's the item or items that occur most often in the set. What you need to do is you need to look at your set and see which value or values occur most often. So let's take a look at this example. You have 5, 9, 8, 9, 7, 6, 3, 9, 7. What is the most common element here? I think you can see it is 9, which I have 3 times. I have 7 twice, but that's less than 3 times that we have 9. So our mode here is going to be 9. We're looking for the most common element in the set. Let's do the same thing with example 11. Find the mode for this set. So what do we have here? Let's see, we have 30. That's here 3 times. We have 32. That is also here 3 times. And everything else is less than, we see it less than 3 times. So we have 30 3 times and we have 32 3 times, correct? They're the same exact number of times that you see both of those terms. That means that they're both going to be your modes. So you have mode, which is going to be 30 and also 32. Okay? Because if you have the same frequency for 2 different elements, then they're both going to be considered to be the mode. A set like that that has 2 modes is called a bimodal set. Okay? So when you find the mean, you will only have one value. When you find the median, you will only have one value. But when you look for mode, you may have one value, you may have 2. What else can happen? Let's take a look at this example. 13, 19, 12, 17, 12, 14, 15, 18, 20. You do not have any elements that repeat themselves, and you certainly don't have anything that is going to be repeating more than 2 or 3 times. So this set has no mode. If you want to find the mode for a frequency distribution, it's the easiest thing you can do, because the frequency that you're going to see, you look for the highest frequency and that's going to be your answer. So in our case, the highest frequency is here. That means that the number of musicals, the number of people who saw 3 musicals is the highest number. So our mode here is going to be 3, because it has the highest frequency. And the last thing we want to do is we want to compare. We want to find the mean, the median, and mode for particular sets of data. So let's take a look at example 14. Find the mean, the median, and mode for these data. Well, if you want to find the mean, we know we need to add them together and divide by however many numbers we have. So for that we're going to do 8 plus 14 plus 19 plus 15 plus 14 plus 18 plus 17. We have 7 of them. So we're going to divide by 7. And that's going to give us 15, right? It's exactly the same way we do it when we started the lesson. What about the median? Well, to find the median, first of all, the numbers need to be in order. So let's reorganize them. So it's 8, then followed by 14, followed by 14 again, right? 14, and followed by 15, followed by 17, then 18, and then 19. So now we need to figure out the middle term, or terms, depending on how many we have. So 8 and 19, 14 and 18, 14 and 17, and that's our middle value. That is going to be our median, which is going to be 15. What is the mode here? The mode here is going to be one element that repeats most frequently, which is going to be 14. Okay. In our last example, example 15, so we have salaries and thousands of dollars of employees at a small business, and we want to find the mean, the median, and the mode. I recommend that we put them in order right away, because we know we're going to have to do it at one point. So we have 36, we have 37, so 36, 37, we have 42, right? Then 45, and 49, and then 56, and 56, and 110. All right. So if you want to find the mean, we're going to add them together and divide by however many we have there, which is, I believe, 8. So you're going to do 36 plus 37 plus 42 plus 45 plus 49 plus 56 plus 56 plus 110. And we're going to divide it by 8, and that's going to give us the mean of $53,875,000. Find the median. We are going to figure out the two middle elements, because we have 8 elements here, which means it's an even number. Okay, so 45 and 49. So then to find the median, you're going to have to add them together and divide by 2, which is going to give us 47,000. So one thing that I want to point out, you see there's a bit of a difference here between the mean and the median. And the reason this happened is because you have one number that's quite larger than everything else. That could possibly be the owner or the president of the company who makes more money than everyone else, significantly more. And because of that, it pulls the value of the median higher. The mean. The median stays fairly stable. So even if you had this number at 200,000, the median would still be the same. The mean would have changed. okay? And then finally we need to find the mode. Well, the mode is the most frequent one, and it's going to be 56. Okay, so that's how it's done.